So I really don't even drink caffeine. I kind of try to stay away from most things that are bad for you. I don't drink pretty much any alcohol. Every once in a while I have like one drink, with alcohol in it, but it's very rare, especially since I moved now, so I'm away from my neighbors that drink. And my girlfriend doesn't drink at all. She's just like me. I don't smoke weed. I don't like any drugs at all. Really, the only drugs I like are like magic mushrooms, and I only do those like every once in a while, like barely ever. And even caffeine, I don't like to do that. I don't use social media. I try to meditate every day. I kind of think like all those things are just really, they're probably not going to do that much good for you, at least in the long run. I don't know, sometimes I feel weird because I feel like normal people kind of go out and drink socially, and I almost feel like, sometimes I almost feel jealous, like I feel like I should be like that, or they have a lot of fun, but I don't know, I used to drink when I was younger, but I was depressed, and I think I used it more as a crutch for my social anxiety and kind of a way to escape reality. And once I quit and I started to get better, I don't even really enjoy being drunk anymore. It kind of just makes me feel weird. I don't know if I'm too self-aware or what, but I don't know, even caffeine and stuff like that, I kind of don't understand it too much. Like the people that I see that like drink coffee every single morning, it's sort of like, when I was younger in high school, I actually drank a cup of coffee every single morning, and it did absolutely nothing. And I think just because I was like completely used to it. Like if you do it every day, I feel like it's almost the same as not doing it at all. Like it almost just does nothing. Like I had a roommate who would drink like energy drinks. Oh man, when I was younger, I used to be addicted to those too for a certain time when I was in college. These things are so gross. I would drink the like tall can ones. I had a roommate who would drink like energy drinks. He would even drink them at night and like stay up too late. And then it's like, he'd get like headaches and shit. And then you'd take like an aspirin over to try to get rid of the headache. And it's like, you need to like get more sleep and stop drinking the energy drink so much. It's like, that's what's giving you the headache. And all that stuff in the long run is just super, super bad for you. Like social media, all that crap is gonna mess you up. Like if you have any sort of like anxieties or depression, things like that, all that stuff, it'll kind of help you out in the moment. It'll make you feel better in the moment. But in the long run, it's pretty much just gonna make it worse. I just kind of feel like, I don't know, there's no point. And I think for me, it was sort of easy for me to do this because like I was saying, I don't even really enjoy this stuff that much. But another thing is just, I was so depressed when I was younger that I was willing to just try like anything to end it. So like I read this book that talked about how like eating unhealthy can affect your mental mood or not, and just overnight I was like, all right, and I just like started eating healthy and like got rid of all this stuff with high fructose corn syrup. And when I was like trying to get better with women, and this guy told me you shouldn't drink, and I just quit drinking. And I kind of just stayed like that. And I like to work out a lot. I pretty much only drink water most of the time. I don't like to drink soda or anything like that. I just like to stay super healthy because it's just best for your mental health. Obviously it's good for your physical health, but they both affect each other. And both of those things, you take care of them, they're just gonna kind of increase every aspect of your life like a little bit. I think a lot of what people say is they're like, oh, my depression completely went away. I went to this diet. I don't know. I haven't experienced anything like that, to be honest. But I think any little tiny thing you can do to just increase your well-being is worth doing, in my opinion. It's for sure worth doing. And you stack them all together, especially things like not doing social media. Like that stuff is going to help you out a lot, though. It's not just going to be like a tiny little thing, in my opinion. But all that stuff will just... it's going to benefit you so much. It's going to make you happier. Your mind will calm down. People in society, we just have such a like frantic way of living, and it's like my example of the friend who would take the energy drinks and then take the pills to get rid of the headache. It's like, instead of looking at the root cause of the problem, you just kind of look for like a band-aid, a solution, but then never get to the root cause of the problem. And the longer you keep into this cycle of just trying to like cover up your problems with band-aids, the worse the root problem is going to get in the long run. It's like, if you use social media or whatever, drugs or video games or whatever it is, porn, basically it's a coping mechanism. And it feels good in the moment because you get to not think about your problems. It's a distraction. But the more you do that, the more you get used to it, and the more you never fix the problem deep down within. You never get rid of that. And all that stuff is going to make your anxiety, your depression, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, all that stuff is just going to make it worse and worse and worse the older you get and the longer you do this stuff. And I mean, I think the way I look might be proof. Like, maybe it's just genetics, but most people tell me I look like I'm like 10 years younger than I am. That's what they think my age is. I'm 36 years old. People think I'm like 25 most of the time when they just guess my age when they first meet me. And I think a lot of it is because eating healthy, no alcohol, no drugs. At least I quit drinking when I was like 23. And I never drank like too frequently or anything like that. I mean, if you look at people that drink a lot or people that like smoke cigarettes, that shit ages you so fast. So I think just the way I look, hopefully that's kind of proof. Maybe it'll help influence you guys to kind of do a lot of the same. Another thing I try to do as well is I'm definitely not very good at getting enough sleep. I think my mind is kind of anxious and busy a lot. I have a lot of mental energy. So I do have a bit of insomnia. But I put in a lot of work to get that better, and it is slowly getting better. But I do always kind of try at least my best to get enough sleep. Like, I really like trying to get enough sleep. One of the reasons, like I was saying before, is I had a lot of strong motivation because I had depression. And when you have depression, things like not getting enough sleep can really affect that. And also I was kind of anxious. I was kind of like, I wouldn't get enough sleep, and then be like, fuck, I didn't get enough sleep. I'm going to feel like shit all day now. So I'm like, always try to get enough sleep. I think that's a big thing. It's one of the reasons too I've never liked to work like a normal type of job. I'm like, if I need the rest or want to sleep in a bit, I can do that. I don't have to like be anywhere at a certain time. So that I'm kind of spoiled with that. It helps me out a lot. But hopefully this can influence people at least a little bit to just be healthy, cut down on social media, porn, drugs, even soda, drink more water, cut off YouTube. I mean, keep watching my channel, but all other YouTube, cut off of that stuff. Any of that stuff that's a distraction. It's very, very good for your mind to just be in silence, to be bored. So I've been trying to meditate more. I've been doing 20-minute sessions at least once a day. I try to do them even twice or 3 times a day lately. All that stuff is going to benefit you so much in your future if you just start doing it now. Start cutting down on the bad things.